My sister was locked in a basement by her own son. He left her there to vanish, and he texted me asking where she was. I smelled it the second I walked in. That wrong smell, like air that hadn't moved in days. Charlene? No answer. Curtains drawn, dishes piling up, and her diabetes kit sitting on the counter, completely untouched. Charlene tested her blood sugar every single morning without fail. 3 days of hits, all unopened. That's when I heard it. 3 weak knocks. From the floor. The basement. I moved fast, but the door stopped me cold. New door. Heavy. Industrial padlock on the outside. This wasn't here last month. I grabbed Robert's old wrench from the closet, broke the lock in 2 strikes, yanked the door open. The air that hit me was stale and close and wrong. I took the stairs, and found my sister on a thin mattress behind a stack of boxes, barely conscious, lips cracked white, skin dry as paper. I'm a head nurse. I knew exactly what I was looking at. Diabetic ketoacidosis. 3 days, maybe more. 1 more day, and she was gone. Charlene. I dropped beside her, checking her pulse. Who did this? Her eyes found mine, barely focused. John, she whispered. He said he needed Dad's insurance money. Her son. Her only child had locked his diabetic mother in a basement, taken her phone, taken her medication, left her a bucket in the corner and a bottle of water, and then gone about his day. In the ambulance, while I held her hand and kept my voice steady the way I do in trauma cases, my phone buzzed. John. Dad's place. Where's Mom? She's not answering. The casual tone, like he was wondering what was for dinner. I typed back, she's with me. Don't wait up. Then I called Detective Elaine Cortez, a contact from 12 years of domestic control cases at St. Mary's. I'd always been on the professional side of those calls. Not anymore. My nephew put my sister in life-threatening danger, I said. I need your help. John arrived at the hospital looking perfect. Expensive sneakers, designer hoodie, the practiced face of a worried son. Aunt Gail. He stood when he saw me. What happened? Why can't I see her? I sat across from him in the cafeteria, kept my voice clinical, detached, like he was an interesting case. We found her in your basement, padlocked in, 3 days without medication. The basement? Confusion clouded his face. Perfectly calibrated. Mom never goes down there. She was on a mattress behind your boxes. A pause. The faintest tightening around his eyes. Gone in a half second. Someone must have broken in. Did they hurt her? The performance was masterful. She regained consciousness in the ambulance. I said. She already told us everything. Something shifted in his face then. Not grief, not panic. Calculation. You know how she gets when her blood sugar crashes, he said smoothly. Confused. Sometimes even hallucinatory. I'd hate for her disorientation to be mistaken for 3 days of diabetic test kits, I interrupted. All untouched. All still sealed. The doctors have documentation. He leaned forward, dropped his voice. Be careful, Aunt Gail. Accidents happen to nosy people all the time. He said it with a smile, like a joke. We were in a hospital corridor, surrounded by security cameras, with a detective 40 feet away. I spent the night in a chair beside Charlene's bed, watching her sleep, and she told me something that turned my blood to ice. Robert's death. 5 years ago. The ladder, the fall. She whispered it like a confession. She'd been in the garden. She'd seen the roof. She'd watched them argue. He pushed him, Gail. Once. Robert grabbed for the ladder and Charlene. I convinced myself I imagined it. John was so distraught, so convincing. 5 years. She'd carried this for 5 years. Detective Cortez came back at noon. We've exhumed Robert Mitchell's body, she said quietly. The medical examiner found defensive wounds on his hands, not noted in the original report. The room tilted. We're upgrading to a probable homicide case. Officers are picking up John now. Rebecca set a laptop on the table. A website designed and ready, titled simply, The Truth About John Mitchell. Financial records, behavioral documentation, patterns of control going back years. It's not live yet, I told Charlene. But the moment he contacts you, tries to access your accounts, sends a single message, it publishes. She finished. She looked at the screen for a long moment. Then she looked at me. Let's go to the courthouse. John sat across the conference table in his khakis and blue button-down, still performing the reasonable worried son for anyone watching. Charlene let him finish. Then she said very quietly, I watched you push Robert off that roof. The mask didn't slip. It shattered. For one unguarded second behind those handsome features, something cold and calculating stared back at all of us. Then the door opened, and Detective Cortez walked in with 2 officers. Charlene didn't flinch, didn't look away from her son. This is what consequence looks like, John, she said. You should have learned it a long time ago. As the cuffs clicked into place, John turned to find my eyes across the room. This isn't over, Aunt Gail, he said softly. Not by a long shot, and God help me, I believed him. Full story on the channel linked below.